Hello, spectators, and welcome back to my little reading for Cupcakes. Now, let's get on with part 2. Dash's attention was brought back by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She gasped at Pinkie Pie, who was standing right in front of her. The party pony was wearing a dress, quilted from dried skin, emblazoned with cutie marks. Ooh, emblazoned. Nice word. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all of different colors. As the Earth Pony skipped in excitement, her necklace of several unicorn horns clicked together loudly. Like it? Pinkie asked. I made it myself. Desperately, Dash pleaded with the smiling pony before her. Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell anyone. Oh, Dash. You didn't do anything. It's just that your number came up. And, well, I don't make the rules. We can't turn back now. Okay, before we continue on, I got a question. Wait, I just read Pinkie Pie saying your number just came up. If Pinkie Pie is insane, these numbers are coming from somewhere. What happens when Pinkie Pie's number comes up? Something for you to think about. Back to the story. Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening? Aw, don't be sad, Dash, said Pinkie. Look, this will cheer you up. I found you a friend. Seemingly out of nowhere, Pinkie produced a brightly painted blue and yellow skull. It was about pony size, but it had a very defining figure, a beak. Dash gasped in shock. Is that... Hey, Dash, let's hang out together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs. Pinkie mimicked. I caught her right before she left town. Remember when I left the party for about 20 minutes? That was enough time to play with her, of course. I had to wait until after the party to do that. But boy, I'm glad I did. It was worth it for the flavor. For the flavor alone. Griffins takes like 2 animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when was I gonna get another chance to try Griffin? I probably should have asked where she came from so I could have gotten more, but I forgot. I will tell you what though, she was quite a fighter. She lasted a long time, which was a lot of fun for me. I got a chance to play with someone other than a pony and try new things. It's too bad she had such a meanie mouth. She said so much bad stuff I just had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language means for bad feelings, Rainbow Dash. Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and wrenched in her tight bonds. Well, Pinkie said, with an air full of finality. That's enough. That's enough stalling. It's time to begin. Sorry about that, I lost my place. Putting down Gilda's skull, the pink pony grabbed a scalpel. Then the cliff of her hoof. What the heck? Grabbed the scalpel and the cliff of her hoof, and walked over to Dash's right flank. Without any flair, Pinkie placed the blade an inch above Dash's cutie mark and began a circular cut around it. Dash shouted in pain and tried desperately to pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinky grabbed a curved skinning knife from the tray, screwing up her face in concentration. She worked it under Dash's skin and sliced the hide away from the muscle. Dash ground her teeth as she tearfully watched her flesh peel off. Pinky then moved to the other side and repeated the process on Dash's left flank. Once she was finished, Pinky held up both cutie marks in front of her friend and started waving them like pom-poms. Dash just whimpered. Her thighs burned like nothing she had felt before. Placing the rigid patches of skin down. Oh, what the heck? My computer just messed up. There. Placing the rigid patches of skin down, Pinky selected a large butcher's knife and walked behind the blue Pegasus. I hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna wing it now. Pinky laughed. She grabbed Dash's left wing with her. She grabbed Dash's left wing in her mouth and played with it for a few seconds, yanking it back so the sharp pain. I'm sorry for the little pauses. My computer is less than sufficient. And there goes my computer. Okay. In her mouth and played with it for a few seconds, yanking it back so the sharp pain rehinged the fire in Dash's flank. Then, stretching the wing out, Pinky brought the blade down hard at the base. Instantly, Dash screamed and thrashed around her bindings. The movement threw off Pinky's aim. She tried hitting the mark again, but missed, and carved a huge slice into Dash's back. Dash, you gotta stay still, or I'll keep missing, scorned Pinky, as her friend howled. Pinky took another whack and hit her target, then swung again and again. Blood sprang into the air, but Pinky realized that she wasn't getting anywhere. The blade just wouldn't go through the bone. I guess I forgot to sharpen it. I'll try something else, stated Pinky matter-of-factly, as she tossed the knife over her shoulder, embedding the blade on the table. Through the haze of pain and tears, Dash heard the sound of a metal box opening and closing. Got it. Say, Dash, I don't know why they call it a hacksaw. It doesn't hack. Hacking is what I was doing with the knife. This is a saw. I just don't get it. Pinky placed the tool over the mangled flesh of the last attempt. Standing on her hind legs, she worked the saw back and forth with her forehooves. It sliced effortlessly through the bone and skin. The feeling of the jagged teeth grinding into her made Dash want to vomit. She watched numbingly as her wing flew over her head and landed with a fluff on the table. Pinky moved to the next wing and started sawing. Dash didn't struggle this time. She'd given in trying to fight and focus on choking back screams of agony. Abruptly, the sawing paused. Pinky was only halfway done, the wing hanging off by a sliver. Hey, Dash, Pinky pinned up. Think fast! Suddenly, Pinky yanked the wing as hard as she could. The bone snapped, and the blue pony's skin held, then tore away, and the pull ripped away a long strip of flesh all the way down Dash's back to her rump. Her body sizzled at the unexpected trauma. As her pelvis tensed up. She felt a warm release between her legs, and her loud, unending melody of pain filled the room. Unable to catch her breath, she blacked out. Dash woke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils. As her vision swarmed into focus, she saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing a large adrenaline needle from her chest. Stomping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out at her helpless victim. "Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when someone invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep?" "Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. You're so boring. I think I'll take a nap." "You think I like always doing this by myself? I told you how excited I got when I found out you were next. I was excited to have a friend be here with me while I worked, but no. You've got to be so why can't I say this? So inconsiderate. You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had full stand-up better than you. Do I have to baby you, huh? Is that how you want me to remember you? As a baby?" As Pinkie stopped to catch her breath, Dash blinked and sobbed softly. Her back was in agony. Her sides were on fire, and there was intense pain in one of her legs. As she blinked again, she saw Pinkie pop something red in her mouth and begin to chew. Noticing Dash's stare, Pinkie quickly gulped the morsel down. "What?" Pinkie asked. "Oh, this?" She held up another piece. "Well, while you were sleeping, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a small sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Want to try some?" Without waiting for a response, Pinkie shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Pegasus's mouth. Dash gagged and immediately spit it out. Pinkie frowned and picked up the chunk of flesh. "If you didn't want it, you could have said no." She contemplated the discarded snotty morsel and then gulped it down. "It's not like you haven't had my cupcakes before." Swallowing, Pinkie turned her attention to a small can on the tray. She removed the lid, revealing it was filled with red-hot coals. Laying on top of the coals were several large nails. As the adrenaline filled her veins, Dash began to panic again. Picking up the can, Pinkie walked over to Dash's left. Holding one of the tongs with her mouth, Pinkie carefully picked up a nail and positioned it at the seam behind her victim's front left leg and hoof. She then grabbed a hammer and took careful aim. "No, Pinkie!" Dash screamed. "No, no!" The hammer came down and the nail punctured Dash's skin. The white-hot burning was too much. Dash screamed as she pulled and thrashed at her braces, causing her raw skin to rub and tear. Pinkie turned... Sorry, I'm really unfocused right now, and I got kind of a runny nose while reading this. And I'm almost out of time. So, part 3, fuck you very much. And I'm kind of screwing up the story.